4 million people have not returned to the labor force. Real wages have declined 12 months in a row, and the economy sucks.
All right, Carl, we just had to play that again and let everyone hear it for a second time.
I miss that guy so much.
I think a lot of people do. Welcome back to Wake Up America Weekend. I'm Amanda Brilhanti. As you just saw, that was former President Donald Trump, who had some harsh words for the Biden economy during his rally in Pennsylvania last night. And he doesn't seem to be alone here. A new poll says that only 2% of Americans believe the economy is very good.
2%. Not 20. 2.
And 77% say it's very poor.
Yeah.
We're going to welcome back in Seth Denson. Seth, good morning.
Man, don't you just miss the blunt talk, just real talk from 45, you know? It just,
yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah,
he spoke his mind.
Yeah, he definitely did.
And by the way, who are the 2 people that think it's, or 2% of people that think it's good right now?
They're the ones who are still signed up for CNN+.
They're the ones not watching Newsmax every Saturday when you come on here and break it down for us.
Yeah, exactly. So. They're the ones still trying to log into the app that has now been deleted.
That's canceled. All right, Seth, we're going to get right into it right here. Why is the White House not addressing this issue right now?
Well, they don't know how. I mean, let's just be real. I don't think they know how. I think that their thought is we got to find a way to get reelected. We got to find a way to try to stave off, you know, the upcoming midterms as much as possible. And the only way they know how to do that is to buy votes. Well, what do? You pump more money into the economy when you do that. And that's amplifying the problem. They're stuck between, do we keep the economy and do we lever maybe what we did in the past, this COVID outbreak and COVID scare, and if they get rid of that completely, well, that may be the only tool in their tool chest for the upcoming election. I honestly don't know, but the reality is I just don't think they have the competence to be able to handle and get this economy back on track.
Yeah, well, you talked about a little bit about interest rates and things like that and volatility. You know, they added 429,000 new jobs. And let me be clear here. The government didn't add it. Well, the government actually did add 22,000 of those. But the government didn't do anything to produce anything that created those jobs. But my big issue here is normally when you start seeing this rising inflation, you stop spending, you start raising interest rates and things like that. It kind of balances out the economy. They raised it like 0.5% under Jimmy Carter. I mean, we were in the teens. I know in the past 40, 50 years, we've hit 20% interest rates. I mean, are we on track for that, Seth?
I don't know that we're on track for that, and here's why I say I don't think we are. I don't think the political atmosphere will allow for it, because here's the reality. If you think about the economy like a big balloon, right? What happens is when you're pumping money into the balloon, you're actually pumping more air into the balloon. Okay, so if all the world's goods or all the U.S. goods are in this balloon, you're pumping more air, those get more separated. You need more, you're hoping more stuff can get pumped in, but that's not happening. So what's going to happen is the balloon's actually going to retract. And that's what's causing the economy. If they keep trying to pump, it's going to pop. So, I mean, terrible analogy probably on the Saturday morning, but that's the reality of things. And if they keep pumping air into the balloon, well, the idea of interest rates is to try to pull some air out, right? To get people to stop buying, but it doesn't actually generate more goods.
Right.
And that's what we need. We need the generation of more goods. That's the only thing. And if money is more scarce, the ability to generate more goods is going to be less likely. That's how you get into stagflation, which is terrifying. It's what we saw in the 80s.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, you're right, Carl. We should be having interest rates where they are. That should be the normal even kilt. But the fact is, for political reasons, we've kept interest rates abnormally low for too long, and we've gotten used to it.
Seth, are we even seeing a slowdown in spending? Because it seems like a lot of these companies are reporting pretty good numbers when they're not talking about their supply chain shortages.
Yeah, I think that there is a slowdown. Last data I looked at showed that American spending is down a little bit. That's because consumer confidence is down, and that's what's ultimately going to impact that. And while that may sound like a good thing to get inflation under control, like I said just a minute ago, what that does is that reduces the ability for companies to support more. And what you've got going on with these more jobs, that's again, as we mentioned in the first segment, that's kind of that thread over Wile E. Coyote. The problem with that is that actually can generate an issue if you don't get this under control. Because what's going to happen is now more people have more money, more people have expenditures, but there's just not enough stuff. So that's going to be the issue. And the government keeps trying to throw more money, which continues to compound it.
Yeah.
Speaking of not enough stuff, as we know, Carl has a newborn baby. One of the things that we're finding, we've spoke about this before weeks ago, is parents of newborns are scrambling to find baby formula in the United States of America. I mean, this is
true.
Baby formula.
Right. Critical.
Seth, what's
Yeah.
happening here? Is this, a supply chain issue? How concerned should we be?
It's a combo effect. And I mean, there's some concerns. And what I would tell any viewer that's dealing with this is do not try to solve for this on your own. Call your doctor and talk to your doctor if your child is on baby formula about what they should do. You should do. Don't go online. Don't Google this. Don't try to create your own and do all that other stuff. Talk to your doctor. That being said, so you got Abbott Labs, which is one of the primary main manufacturers. They did a massive recall in February and then expanded it into March. So their baby formula is coming off the shelves. At the same time, you got supply chain issues. This is compounding the problem. It's an unfortunate situation. As a parent who at one time had to have one of his kids on formula, that would have been terrifying for us. But hopefully they can get this thing back online. But again, if you're out there and that's the issue, call your doctor. They have access to supply chains you may not be aware of. And go to smaller stores. Big box stores is who this is impacting the most. So go to your local retailers. They may actually still have some of this stuff on the shelves.
Good tips for new parents right there.
I'm on the way.
Yeah. Seth Denson, thank you so much for joining us.
We'll do the trade for those flowers, Carl. I need to get on your bulk buy.
There you go. Seth's going to send some baby formula. You got the flowers.
I like it.
Seth, thanks for joining us this morning.
All right,
Thanks,
folks.
y'all.